What's up, everyone? This is Gail, Dudley, and it is time for News in Motion, y'all. It is the anniversary today. It is 2 years, and we're so excited about that. So we just want you to come on in the room. Y'all have some fun with us. We have some fun things that we're going to do today. We have news, but we still want to have some fun. Y'all, it is a celebration. So we just ask y'all to come on in the room. Not only come in the room, but click in and allow somebody else to come in and join you as well. It is a celebration today. We're so excited for everyone who's going to be tuning in. Go ahead, let me know who's in the room. Put your name in there. If you're tuning in by audio, I see you, Dr. Antoinette. If you are tuning in by audio, uh, we don't want you to stop and click anything, but we do want you to come join us on the chat after you are situated at your desk or wherever you may be. I see you, Stephanie Burbridge Hall. What's up, sister? I see you, Deborah Johnson. Deborah Johnson, you killed it on yesterday. Good morning to you. I see you, Jeffrey Allen James. Yes, Dr. Antoinette, it's our anniversary. I see you, Tracy Newmy. What's up, girlfriend? I see you, Adrian. Y'all come on in the room. Team Williams in the room. I know who that is. What's up, Yvonne? Come on in the room, people. And Ladybug, come on in the room, y'all. I'm so excited. I just started thinking about the fact that this is 2 years. Y'all, this is 2 years. Today is the day. It is 2 years. I see you, Ron Robinson. I see you, Deborah Sneed. I see you, Marion Jackson. Do us a favor. Click that share button and say, come on in the room. It's a celebration, and see what we're so excited about Monday through Friday at 7:25 a.m. Eastern, right here on News in Motion. Come on in the room. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I see you, Mary Owens, coming in from LinkedIn. So we have LinkedIn, we have YouTube, and we have Facebook. We're just real excited about it this morning. Y'all, I had to bring out my old thing, the mimosa. Yeah, it's a celebration today, y'all. It is indeed a celebration. The other thing we want you to do, click that icon, that heart, or that thumbs up. That helps the algorithm. I see my sister coming up in here. Patricia Lyles, good morning to you. Y'all, it's a celebration, and we are so excited about it. We are so excited about this celebration. I see you, Pastor Alex, as well. So, y'all, we got a lot. We have a lot. Hopefully, you can hang out with us the entire time. But y'all know what we do. We'll be right back. I see you, Mary Jenkins. How about you singing? It's your anniversary. Congratulations to you. Thank you. Congratulations to all of you as well. Y'all, it's a celebration today. Yes, we have some news. We have some serious news. We're going to recap some things that took place on yesterday. But in addition to that, y'all, it has been 2 years. It has been 2 full years. Check this out. Hopefully y'all caught what was in there, but I want to make sure y'all saw that piece about what's coming, and it says an advocacy firm. Can't run from it anymore. So it's coming. It'll be coming early September when we get into that. Y'all, yesterday First of all, I just want to say thank you, Deborah Johnson, for sitting in yesterday as host. I was able to catch a few moments of it before I was going into the school, and I could tell by the chat that things were filling up and you were on fire. And your guest, Vince, I believe, was doing an amazing job. We're going to have him back, and you're going to have to do part two with him. There was so much there, and I just want to say thank you for your faithfulness and joining me when in need. We have other guest hosts. We have Davia. We have other guest hosts. We're going to have the young people take over in July. So stay tuned. That's coming to you beginning July the 5th. We're going to mix in the young people, and I'm going to pop in throughout July as well. So a lot that's going on. Y'all, the children were a blast yesterday. Y'all, we turned all the way up. We had a great time. I was dealing with first and second graders. We just had fun. One thing that came to me after I left and was driving home, and I was looking at how the children's faces were just beaming when I was going through the classroom, talking about media and publishing and how they can build an organization. And it was just phenomenal just to see the young people do what they were doing. So I am just so excited. I'm sure more of that's going to come. But in the meantime, we have our very own high school student, News in Motion ambassador that wants to join us and share a few words. So come on in, Lexi. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. I'm going to let you have it. So go for it.
Oh yeah, so I still watch News in Motion as their as their honorary ambassador. It's because I love supporting things that make an impact for the better and supportive for equality for all African Americans. And I know that's what News in Motion we believe over here. I know Miss Gail keeps it absolutely straightforward with nothing sugar coated and on top. She's a wonderful person and a Christian, which helps me learn how to form an opinion while having my religious beliefs. And it's thank you for 2 amazing, informative years and making me your honorary HS ambassador. And I hope it's a great rest of the year and many years to come. I love you so much.
Wow, thank you. I love you being the ambassador. We got some new merch we got to send your way so you can wear it to school when you return. You're going to the 10th grade, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yay, that's good. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing all that you're doing to help get the word out to the young people. And it means so much to me that you are tuning in, and we're now knocking on that. Well, we now are on that second year, going into that third year. And there's so much to come, especially going into our November the 8th midterm elections, which I believe is probably the most important elections of our lifetime. So thank you so much, and you have a great day and have a great summer too. Or do you have a summer job?
No, ma'am. I'm working on it.
Well, y'all, everyone, she will be one of our young people takeover reporters in July. So we're looking forward to that.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much for the opportunity.
Thank you. See you later. All
Bye.
right, y'all. January 6th committee hearings recap. I'm not going to give it to you all because I'm sure you've seen it already. Yes, Tanya, you are welcome. I love just helping the young people. And when I see that gift and helping them put it out there, I just want to see it go forth. So I'm not going to give y'all all the recap because I'm sure y'all seen it by now, but I'm going to highlight a few things. Y'all, the pressure was overwhelming just listening in yesterday. I have to be honest with y'all. I was like, this is deep at 1:00 in the afternoon. We had Arizona Speaker Rusty Bowers. We had Secretary of State of Georgia, Brad Raffensperger. We also had the voting implementation manager in Georgia, Gabriel Sterling. Y'all, at one point, Speaker Bowers was holding back tears. And I was just watching him. He was holding back tears. He said that they were at one point they were getting 20,000 emails a day at work, if not more, tens of thousands of text messages and voicemail messages. That was at work. Okay, we can understand that. We can work through that. But y'all, he said at home, even as recently, they know that Saturdays are going to be off the chain. He and his wife, they get panel trucks that come through the neighborhood, leaving literature. They're coming at even neighbors with pistols, although they may not be pointing the pistols per se at the neighbors. He said that's when he knew we needed to do something. He said the people have been extremely threatening. Now, he said back, this is in 2021, he said that they were really coming at them, harassing them um, early on when his daughter was gravely ill. And y'all, his daughter did pass away January the 28th, 2021, a few weeks after January the 6th. Her name was Casey Ray Bowers. I just want to pause just to talk about her for a moment. She was Rusty Bowers' daughter, who died again on January 28th, 2021, after a long battle with the disease. He and his wife was caring for their daughter at the home, and as she is battling a disease, battling a grave illness, there are people who are harassing them, threatening them, calling them all hours of the day and night, banging on their doors, circling their homes. And here's a woman, their daughter, who was ill. That's what's going on. Y'all, the opening question, I don't know if you are following this. Every time there's someone who is questioning the witnesses, they're asking this question: you're a conservative Republican? And they would say yes. And the next question would be, you wanted Trump to win? And they would say yes. And in that, they still took a stand. They were doing their job, but they still took a stand. Raffsperger talked about how they broke into his daughter-in-law's home. He talked about how his son has passed on. And he says how they broke into his daughter-in-law's home, and she has 2 children. And they talk about the threats of violence and death. Y'all, there's a 144% increase of threats to federal lawmakers since 2017. There were 9,625 in 2021. There were 3,939 in 2017. So you can see that jump right there. But this is what's happening. Yeah, along with that, Giuliani was consistently calling people, fellow Republicans, just wanting to have this conversation with them as an attorney, as the former guy's attorney. You also had Steve Bannon, who was started taking people to their homes for protests. He talked about Pennsylvania Speaker Brian Cutler, and he said, and I quote, "Let's let him know what we think about him." And he took people, mobs of people, gobs of people to his home. The first protest, his 15-year-old son was home alone by him, home alone, of course, by himself, dealing with that, calling his father scared, not knowing what to do. Then we also had former Georgia election worker and her mom. We had Shay Moss, and we also had Lady Ruby Freeman. She talked about how they were wishing death upon her in her Facebook DMs. She talked about her grandmother and how her grandmother called her yelling, saying people have pushed through her home, stating they were there to make a citizen's arrest, looking for Shay Moss and Lady Ruby. She says that there's nowhere that she feels safe. Nowhere. She kept emphasizing that there's nowhere where I feel safe. She says she second guess everything she does. She says she doesn't want to go anywhere. She said it is affecting her life. She talked about gaining even 60 pounds. She says she doesn't even want her name mentioned. She doesn't even go to the grocery store anymore. And when she did not want to, because she did not want her mother yelling her name from one aisle to the next. Lady Ruby also did a video, talked about she's lost her name. She said she used to wear shirts that say Lady Ruby. She said she was the mother of the neighborhood and of the street. She talked about she's lost her reputation. She won't even introduce herself anymore by her name. She says she gets nervous when she has to give her name for food orders. She talked about she's lost her reputation, her name. She talked about the time where the FBI informed her she needed to leave her home for safety, and she went into hiding for 2 full months. Y'all, this is real. This is what's going on. And y'all, that alone, their testimony alone, and I'm so grateful to Representative Adam Schiff, who said to her when she goes, I feel bad that I did this. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I don't know what I did. He said, you didn't. He says, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything. And he really talked about that. I was weeping yesterday. I have to be honest with y'all. I was crying, listening. I was hurt. I was angry. I was disappointed. I was mad. And I'm wanting to know, what can we do? Here's a few things I want you to do before we bring in our next guest. Number one, this is the time. This is the time. I usually tell y'all to call your representatives, but this is the time that we need to flood the DOJ. That's the Department of Justice. Y'all, in a very respectful way. We're talking about the Department of Justice here. Just say, I'm listening to these testimonies. What action are you planning to take? How can I stand with you? It has to be a positive. You can't demand anything from them. Don't say anything crazy. Remember, they're the Department of Justice. But as a constituent, as a citizen of the United States, I listen to these testimonies. It's heartbreaking. What laws are in place? What can we do? What type of legislation needs to be passed so that this does not happen again? How are you going to secure the future elections? And with that being said, y'all, we cannot be afraid going into the midterm elections, whether you are early voting or voting on the day of. With that being said, and I'm going to single us out this morning, every person, especially Black and Brown people, should listen to Shay Moss and Lady Ruby Freeman's testimony and do two of the followings. Number one, if you are not a registered voter, today's your day to register by visiting www.iwillvote.com and be sure to vote in this upcoming election. That's number one. So if you are not a registered voter, make today the day that you register to vote. And again, you go to iwillvote.com. Number two, if you are a registered voter, check your status at www.iwillvote.com and be sure that you vote in this upcoming election. Number three, and we should all do this collectively. I was talking back and forth on text message with Kenya yesterday, our scientist, who haven't been able to join us in the morning. Sometimes she's coming in on YouTube, but she still is a part of News in Motion. We were communicating back and forth, and she says she is signing up. And she asked for the link. I sent her the link. She goes, I am signing up to be an election official, an election worker, a poll worker for this midterms. Listen, y'all, you can go to, contact www.eac.gov. And I believe we have a link for that, Isaiah. I know I didn't give you that one, but I believe, yep, thank you. Isaiah's on it. Contact eac.gov to become an election or a poll worker. We should do this because of what they had to go through. That alone should have us standing in line and making a difference and doing what we need to do. Y'all, we cannot allow constituents, citizens of the United States of America, especially when they look like us. And I know we have some Caucasian allies that tune in to News in Motion, and I appreciate you, and I'm asking you to do the same. If you are not a registered voter, register to vote today. Don't wait till tomorrow, do it today. If you are a registered voter, check your voting status, y'all. I am now in the habit of checking my voting status every week. It takes less than 60 seconds to do so. And then we should all sign up to be an election worker, a poll worker for this coming up election, because now people are terrified, especially young, older people, saying, not only am I terrified because of COVID, I'm now terrified because I'm not sure what's going to happen. Y'all, we need to be aware, but not afraid. Aware, but not afraid. With that, I'm going to bring in Kim Edmondson, who has a few words. Come on in, Kim.
Hey, good morning, Gail. Good morning,
Good
News in Motion family. Gail, thank you so much for inviting me to say a few words on this, your second anniversary. I am super excited for you and all that you continue to do for the News in Motion community. I tune in every day. I don't know that I have missed very many days because this is my primary source of news. One thing that I say about Gail, she is a woman of integrity. And it comes through in everything that she does. Whether you see her on camera or in person, she is the same person. And so that integrity flows through everything that you do. And it's so important, the news that you are presenting to our community, the News in Motion community. And I'm just amazed at how far your reach has grown. I remember tuning in and there were a few of us and most of us were local, but now you are a national news outlet, and that is amazing to me. One of the main reasons that I follow Gail is because she has a passion for what I have, and that is our right to vote. I don't think that there is anything much more important than exercising our right to vote. And it just aligns with my values. At the beginning of the pandemic, I signed up to be a poll worker, and that has changed my life. It is just amazing to see the number of people that turn out and are excited to vote, whether they are first-time voters or they've been long-time voters. And so I encourage all of you to do your part. You know, as Gail said, make sure that you're registered. And even if you are registered, make sure you turn out and vote. It is so important. And this next election is just going to be vital. So I encourage you, as someone that has been a lifelong voter, to do the same. Do your part. And I definitely encourage you to be a poll worker as well. It's a long day's work, but I tell you, there's nothing more rewarding. Thanks again, Gail. I love you. Mwah.
Love you too, girl. Thanks so much. Thank you. All right, y'all. Representative Cheney during the January 6th committee. She is the co-chair of the committee. She was on fire yesterday. That's what I call y'all straight fire. She said, and I quote to the young lady, to Shay Moss, she says, more than 30 witnesses have taken the fifth. She named Roger Stone. She named Michael Flynn without even blinking her eyes. She went ahead and called out Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro. She then called out Mark Meadows and then said, after she called out Mark Meadows, she said, Mark Meadows has hidden behind Trump's claims of executive privilege. And she went on and called this before she gave the mic back over to the chairman, Benny Thompson. She said, and I quote, "This is just thug violence." Yes, she did. Y'all can say what y'all want to. I may not agree with her politics, but she's serious about being a patriot. That's a real patriot. All the GOP officials who are coming out, not hiding behind executive privilege, not hiding behind the fifth, they're real patriots. Those are conservative Republicans who have decided to do their job, stick with their job, and stand up. All right, y'all, we can't move on. Well, let me give you this real quick before I bring in Kenny Stanley. In other news, y'all, we did have breaking news late yesterday that talked about a bipartisan Safer Communities Act. It addresses almost every form of gun violence, mass shooting, domestic violence, gun suicide, and community violence. They said this is a life-saving bill. And this came straight from Everytown, who was out here advocating as well. They gave this post, they gave the breakdown. It says it will enhance background checks for buyers under 21. It talks about the fun state red flag laws. And I'll give more to that. I think we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, what that is. It will disarm abusive dating partners. It will clarify the law on those who has to run background checks. It will crack down on gun trafficking. It would also fund community violence intervention. It will invest in mental health services. It will fund school safety measures. And there's no more waiting, y'all. It has been 26 years. It may not be everything we've been asking for, but it's a movement in the right direction, especially after 26 years. Shout out to New York governor who signs the law on Juneteenth. New York passed a landmark voting rights legislation. Hello, somebody. The law, named after the late civil rights icon John Lewis, combats voter suppression and discrimination. The law makes it easier to sue over discriminatory practices and also requires approval for areas to previous civil rights violation to change their laws. New York is among the first states to pass such a law after the Supreme Court threw out part of the Voting Rights Act in 2013 that offered the same protection. So kudos to the governor of New York for signing this landmark voting rights legislation in New York. All right, time for Kenny Stanley. Come on in here, Kenny Stanley, with Game Over. Talk to us.
Hey, good morning, News in Motion family. How y'all doing today? Real quick, Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. He has settled all but 4 of his cases in the lawsuit against him for sexual misconduct or whatever. Of the 25 cases, one of them had to refile, and she soon just dropped out, but she had to refile because she didn't include her name on the case. So she had to refile to do that. So she completely dropped out, which left 24 cases. Of those 24, 20 settled. He settled with 20. So they're going over that. Once that paperwork is done, those cases will be dismissed. But 4 people have stood out. And one of those 4 is the first person who filed. Her name is Ashley Solis. That's her name, Ashley Solis. She's the first person that said anything about his misconduct. She's not settling. She wants this to go as far as it can go. Her and 4 other ladies, they wanted to go as far as they can go. What I find strange about this, something had to happen. The two Texas grand juries decided not to pursue criminal charges, but the NFL is still investigating to see if Watson violated the NFL Code of Conduct policy. And I'm looking for Deshaun to miss. He missed all last season. If he gets suspended, I don't think Deshaun's going to play this season either. So that's going to be 2 years of no football. Having gone back and forth with this situation here in this part of the news, I've had a couple of conversations with Gail, trying to figure out how I was going to talk about it. And we've done this for a couple of months now. We was talking about it. Well, I got a piece of information that came out. The information that came out is AP News broke on Sunday. The World Swimming Governing Body has effectively banned transgender women from competing in women's events. Starting Monday, the FNIA members adopted a new gender inclusion policy on this past Sunday, and only permits swimmer who has transitioned before the age of 12 to compete in women events. They're saying they're following the science. They said that if you decide to compete after puberty, that you have an unfair advantage. And I'm wondering if this is going to open up the door for other governing bodies, for other sports organizations to probably come and do the same. I'm not, this is a big issue, and people are talking about it. I guess y'all can give y'all's opinion in the thread, and I guess this is a conversation we're gonna have to have. My last bit of news that I got: Skip Bayless. He's a sports commentator on Undisputed. Comes on Fox. I love Undisputed. I watch Undisputed because of Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp keeps it 100. He kind of had something to say to Skip yesterday, but Skip is foul. I'm just going to put it out there. I've always thought Skip was a racist dude. Skip had the nerve to say yesterday, he was talking about Steph Curry, talking about how light-skinned he was. I quote, he said that Steph Curry got so light-skinned during the finals that he disappeared during some of the game. Come on, dude. Skip has a problem. If he don't like somebody, he goes all in after that person. Skip, I don't want to hear an apology after the fact. And I know you're going to try to give one because Twitter went in on you yesterday. Skip, you foul, bruh. I always thought Skip was prejudiced, even when I first seen him on the ESPN show Cold Pizza. That was years ago. Years ago when Skip first surfaced. He's been a writer for the Dallas Cowboys. He followed the Chicago Bulls. He was a writer for the Chicago Bulls. Now he has his shows. This was just foul. You can't talk about somebody like that. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. You can't do that, especially on a national syndicated program like that. Skip, you foul. Well, the other thing I want to say is, Gail, I appreciate you so much for everything that you do. Like I said the other day, from a 15-minute show to now, Gail, you do your thing. I think everybody needs to tune in to News in Motion just so you can get the education value from voting. You can get political news. You can get other news that goes on around the world. No news that nobody else wants to break. Gail breaks news that it takes the news station 3-4 days to come out with. Gail done broke the news. So you get it before anybody else. Gail, we love you. Congratulations on 2 years. All right. That's game over.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your reporting ongoing connection with us. So I'll see you soon. All right, y'all, real quick, and then we're going to bring in one last guest, and then I have an inspirational message. I really hope you stay to the end to hear. I know we're going to go over just a little bit, but y'all, the Today Show reports, and y'all, listen, we all know it's hot out here. If you have little people, if you have grandchildren, I don't care. We should all start looking in the back of our cars to see if anybody's back there, okay? Before we get out and about our day. A 5-year-old Texas boy dies in a hot car as family prepared for a sibling's birthday party. The 5-year-old died on Monday after being left in a car for several hours as the child's family prepared for his sibling's birthday party. The boy, who was not identified, was in the car for 2 to 3 hours and pronounced dead at the scene, according to the county sheriff. So y'all, please check the backseat of your car, your vans, your campers, whatever, to make sure you have not left a little person in the car. They say that he's been able to get out of the car seat, but there was a loaner car and he did not know how to, they're assuming he did not know how to get out. But he has passed. Let's keep that family in our prayers. At the same time, y'all, it's hot out here. Check the back seats of your cars. All right, we're going to bring in Pastor Annette real quick. She has a few words, and I'm coming back with the inspirational message. Don't leave. Don't leave if you can hang out with us. What's up? We can't hear you. You're on mute.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Go for it.
Well, good morning, News in Motion family. And what I want to say is, and it's been said before, Gail is a person of integrity. I have followed her in other endeavors, and I found her to be the same person in everything. And so when News in Motion began, I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to watch because Gail is going to put in the time. She's going to put in the work. She's going to do the research so that you can have accurate news. She's going to vet her guests well. You're going to be educated. Oh man, we doing the voting and watching the things that were going on with the House bills and everything. We were quizzed. We got to learn terms and how those terms came to be. So you're going to be educated on things. You're going to get a call to action. If you're not doing anything, there's going to be something said to provoke you, to thought-provoking, to get you to move, to get you to get into action and to be passionate about what's happening in our world and in our community, especially for people of color. Myself, I have been inspired to further engage in social justice issues because of Gail and through Gail. And I really appreciate it because it taps into what I really love to do in terms of seeing people done right, treated right, fairness across the board. Also, she's going to give you resources that you can take along with you, that you can share with others. And be it voting, be it food insecurity, be it housing, whomever, she's going to give it to you. She's going to promote Black businesses for people of color. You're going to get it all right here. You're going to get it first. Also, you're going to have some fun. We have laughed. We have cried. We've done trivial games. It's not your ordinary news kind of casting, but it's fun. It has some fun to it. And it just makes our bond even more stronger than it is. And then we get that inspirational message. I'm going to tell you. Sometimes, oh my God, sometimes it's a word that really touches your heart so much that it causes you to reflect on your values. It causes you to check your heart. It causes you to check what you're doing to make sure that your motives are pure, that you are really concerned about the people that God is concerned about, and that you are doing something for the good of others and not being selfish in this world. So I so appreciate News in Motion. I got my mug up there behind me. I'm behind Gail 100% in everything that she does. I'm ready to jump in and help wherever. And I encourage you all to jump into action if you haven't, and to stay tuned in. You're going to get it first here. You're going to get it first here. Gail, we love you so much. You have been such an inspiration to all of us. And I love you. I just love you. I always have. And
I love you.
I got you.
I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right. See you later. All right,
Bye-bye.
y'all, I'm gonna give you this quick inspirational message, and then I'm gonna bring in Isaiah. So don't leave, y'all. We got to hear. We got a young person starting us off. I have a young person leading us out of here. So, y'all, the inspirational message today is celebrate your accomplishments. Y'all, we've been talking about launch. We've been talking about our gifts. We've been talking about to get unstuck. We've been talking about all these different things, and this all builds up to get you to where you need to go. So, y'all, call out your accomplishments. Here's some quick accomplishments from News in Motion. We went from a cell phone to a studio equipment. We have an estimated reach in the millions. We have been flooded with emails, positive emails. We get some of the other ones too. We have helped over 5,000 people with food. And this is collectively with all of you, our viewers who help give to that cause. Y'all, we have had exactly 73 Wednesday workshops. Free 73 Wednesday workshops where we were talking about what Pastor Annette was just sharing. We talk about business development, social media, podcasting. We just talk about so much. So, y'all, 73 Wednesday workshops. We now offer merch. Yes, we do. We have been invited to 58 press rooms. Yes, we're now getting invitation to join the press rooms. We have received right here on our Facebook page, it has the most, we have received more than 75,000 comments. We have helped 1,319 people locate COVID vaccines. That's your choice, it's your body. But when people ask us, we have helped them locate COVID vaccines, 1,319. Y'all get this number right here. We have helped collectively register more than 25,000 people to vote. Yes, that number, when that number came in, I said, this has got to be a joke. We went out there and checked. We have helped to register more than 25,000 people. And we want to double that by September the 1st, 2022. On top of that, y'all, we have combed through more, and we have an Excel sheet, so it gives us the numbers. And I'll give you the exact number, but I have to say it this way first. We have combed through more than a half a million articles over the last 2 years, which means that's the kind of research that we are doing. Y'all, more than a half million articles we have combed through. The complete number is 519,214. 519,214 articles to date. And we keep those in case we have to pull from them, check citations or whatever. We have them logged. Y'all, in research hours, I couldn't even calculate it. We research all the time. Y'all, when you see an accomplishment, it keeps you going. So y'all celebrate your accomplishments. Now I'm going to bring in Isaiah, who also has a few words, and then I'll come back and tell you something that's very important. So don't leave. Come on in, Isaiah. Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I am doing good. So, I'm not a man of many words. I just wanted to come on here and wish News in Motion and Miss Gail Dudley 2 wonderful years. Happy anniversary. I started tuning into News in Motion about a year ago, and I would hear my mom, watch News in Motion in the morning, when I would get up for school. And I tuned in and I just saw Miss Gail Dudley, my auntie, giving informative and trustworthy news, stuff that the main outlets haven't talked about or, missed out on. And it's so important that we get that type of information because it affects all of us, especially the Black and brown people. And she's also inspired me to go out and vote. So, Ms. Gail Dudley, I just want to thank you for that, for inspiring me to go out and vote. And also thank you for believing in my gifts and talents to give me a platform to show what I do. And because of you, so many people have reached out to me to request my media services. None of this would be possible without you. So thank you for believing in me, believing in the youth. We're doing the youth takeover next month. I'm real excited about that. I'm just grateful, and I'm always here to support in any way I can.
We love you. We absolutely love you. I see Devontae coming in here too. We love you so much, Isaiah. I am so glad that you are a part of News in Motion, and whatever we can continue to do to help launch you into your media future, you let us know. If y'all are looking for a freelancer, he has now opened a business. He is now taking orders. Hello, somebody. All right, y'all. Here's two quick announcements, and we're out of here. I see Devontae Goings had joined us. Y'all, he is really important here in Columbus, Ohio, and we need to start lifting up people to let them know that. Y'all, he is doing a great work. He's been out here. He's been out here for a while, but he and I connected most recently over the power outages throughout Central Ohio, and he has hit the ground running. He has partners and connections. I've been trying to post as much of that as possible on my wall. He has a media company as well. He is focused on Central Ohio news and other things that's happening in advocacy, especially for the Black community. You want to check him out. Just follow him, see the work that they're doing. They have information on how you can possibly get your food replaced if you lost food, if you lost medication, whatever that may be. Y'all, it's out there. Yeah, this is what we do. It's been 2 years, and we are so excited. Today is our anniversary. So 2 quick announcements. As you know, there will be the Young People Takeover in July. I'll be coming in here helping them out throughout July. August, we'll do the same thing we did last year. We're going to rest. Y'all, self-care is important, especially leading up to those midterm elections. Y'all gonna want us to rest, but we're still doing research and stuff while we're resting. We don't work. We don't just turn off the television because we're a news outlet. So we have to continue to come through the news. So that type of thing will be happening. Y'all, the other thing I want to come back, I forgot I had this written down when I was talking about celebrate your accomplishments. Y'all, do what you love. The fact that I get up at 4 a.m. every morning for 2 years, and my body just automatically does it. Get dressed, do whatever. Make sure that the information we are sharing is factual. Y'all, that means that I love what I do and I'm here to serve you in any way, shape, or form that I can. So we need that break when it comes to August. So we'll be breaking. When we come back in September, y'all, we are hitting the ground running. We will have the release of Ready publication. We're doing a partnership. It's my company too. We're doing a partnership. And Devontae, that's what I'm going to call you for. I want you to write for the magazine. Yeah, this magazine, although this is going to be focused on our elections here in the United States, the magazine goes to 40 countries, okay? We are 7 years into Ready publication. So that will release. My book, People, Prayer, Politics, will also release. And like 30 days later, the inspirational message from News in Motion, the devotional. We have more than a year's worth of devotionals that will also release. So y'all, I'm working. I'm a working girl. Hello, somebody. I'm working. So once those things release, we want to again register an additional 25,000 people to vote. We also are going to be doing all of these voter education classes. We want to be able to offer those free. So if you know anyone who wants to sponsor the work that we're doing, send them my way so we can speak with them. Also, y'all, on October the 1st, we have talked about it as our advisory board. Y'all know that's the first group who were working with me. That also includes my daughter. We're going to give away two, I don't know if you want to call them scholarships or whatnot. We're going to offer 2 to young entrepreneurs. And when we say young entrepreneurs, they have to be from the ages of 12 to 18. So 2 entrepreneurs will talk to you how you can get that information into us. We want to support you. So we're going to be offering 2 of those. The other thing that we're going to do going into the midterm elections is that we're going to come alongside high schoolers, 16, 17, and 18 years old. If they're still in high school at age 18, we're going to come alongside of them to teach them how to do everything that we're doing so that they too can get out here and go with it. And so we're really excited about that because we have so much that's coming up. Just as last year, after our anniversary, we're going to take a quick break. So we will not be here tomorrow. We will return back with our Young People Takeover on July the 5th. Tuesday, July the 5th. Don't be mad. It's okay if you are, though. Don't be mad. We want to take the time just to celebrate and to breathe and to try to sleep in for a few days, and then we'll be back. But y'all, we love you. We appreciate you. We thank you. We love the support. When I come in here and see these names from day one and they continue, it does something. It does something. So hopefully you are gleaning from the work that we're doing and you're sharing this with other people. And I need to stress this. Just because we give you the news does not mean that you should not go and research this news yourself. No matter who you watch, take what you find interesting to you and go and vet it and research it. Seriously. And if you are one of those people who say, I don't want to watch the news, I'm done with the news, I am begging you to watch somebody's news. Find that trusted source, that reporter, that host, and follow them and glean from them. Not watching the news is dangerous. You need to know what's going on. We will be bringing you from all of our News in Motion ambassadors when we come back in July, on July 5th. We're going to be bringing you from a News in Motion ambassadors, different candidates, issues, and things, not only in Central Ohio, but all around the U.S. So News in Motion ambassadors, we know that you're working. We thank you for your volunteer hours. Oh, the other thing, we also have interns who are joining us this coming summer from some HBCU. So we're excited about that. They'll be doing some of the research behind the scenes. So y'all, we have a lot going on and we are excited about it. All right, y'all, we can ready to take a break, but we will be back. Y'all got y'all's mimosa. We just want to say cheers. Thank you. I see you, Davia. She says, I'm proud of you all. I'm proud of all you do and equally proud of your choice to rest and refresh. I get that from you, big sis. I get that from you. I see Cassandra's on here. Y'all, you need to check out Soul Wars. You need to check out Soul Wars. Bring Soul Wars to your city, to your state. Y'all, we can go on and on, but it's time for us to get out of here until July the 5th. I am Gail Dudley. I am your host of News in Motion, along with our amazing team, Isaiah, Kenny with Game Over, Christina, who is on vacation with her family, Camille Hopkins. I think I'm missing somebody. Lexi is our high school ambassador. And then, of course, our team of advisors who were our initial volunteers. We just want to say thank you for all that you all do. And thank you for sewing. Some of you have been asking, how can you sew? Just go to the Cash App if you want to do it that way, which is the $M as in Mary, I am as in Mary today. Or you can send a check and we'll put that information there. Make that check out to Making a Difference. They're the 501c3 out Edmondson. They are our fiduciary agents. Or heck, go to Patreon, which is patreon.com/Gail Dudley and become a member. All right, y'all, we're out of here. Stay well, stay safe. We're going into the holidays, y'all. Be careful out there. Be aware. All right, y'all, make some bold moves. We'll be back July the 5th.